Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all.
All right. Hi, thanks for joining us.
How are y'all?
We are doing well. We hope you are the same. Before we get started with questions, we'll just open up with kind of an opening question here, but just tell us a little bit about what your experience has been like so far this year here, in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and you've had an opportunity to run obviously a lot of the races and back to back, which is not something you've always had the opportunity to do with JR Motorsports. So just tell us a little bit about how that has been for you and what you're looking forward to.
Yeah, it's been okay so far. We've had some really good runs and just really learned a lot. It's been nice to work with the same group every week and just build on what we've been doing. Like you said, that's not something I've had in my career prior to this. So we've just been trying to get better every week, and we've improved in a lot of ways. We just really haven't been able to put the full race together, and hopefully that day is coming soon.
All right. We are now going to go to questions for Josh Berry. If you have one, feel free to raise your hand within the Zoom platform or send us a message in the chat, and we'll be sure to monitor that as well. And to kick us off with questions, we're going to go to Bob Pockris. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Josh, I'm curious, do you look at this opportunity with junior motorsports at the Xfinity level as like your one chance to kind of show what you can do for more Xfinity races and potential Cup races? Or do you look at it as like, okay, I'm just going to do it, and whatever kind of happens in the future happens, but I'm going to not try to put all the pressure of my life in these 12 races?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. And obviously you understand that this is a big opportunity for me. And if it doesn't go well, then yeah, I mean, that's probably, I don't see much coming after that if it doesn't go well. So there's definitely that added pressure. It's been tough. It's been a reminder how tough this stuff is. I think you could see that this past week, we had a ton of speed, and really we had some great pit stops, got up run, and we're running third. So that was definitely exciting for us. I mean, it was a good step forward for what we've been doing. And like I said, we still got a lot of racing left.
And on Race Hub last night, Boyer was wondering why you were smiling when you were delivering your double birds. Were you actually smiling? Or was that a smirk? Or were you trying not to laugh? Or was that just your angry face?
I don't know. I guess it was a little a combination of all of it. I think it just that was that was a tough deal Saturday. I think if you look at someone like myself, that's I'm literally coming out of running late models at Hickory and Florence and South Boston and these places to run an Xfinity car. I think if you look with the ladder of driver development and the people that I'm racing with, even the younger guys, they have years of ARCA, years of trucks, and sometimes years of Xfinity ahead of me. And I'm literally coming from racing at Hickory to running an Xfinity car at Phoenix with no practice, never seen the place. And, to run as good as we did is really incredible in my eyes. I mean, with no practice and everything, get up there, run third, and we legitimately had a shot to win that race Saturday. And I believe that, and I know that. And even after we had a loose wheel and had to pit, that that was why we pitted, was because we had a loose wheel. We felt like we needed to secure. We still knew with our tire strategy, with what we did there, we knew that we stood a chance to still win that race. So the accident that happened, you put all that together. I mean, I think that's where you saw the emotion of me, that just knowing how good of an opportunity that was, how good our car was, how comfortable I felt at Phoenix, and just combined with all that, I think that's what, combined with the incident itself, I mean, that's what brought the emotion out in me.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question is going to come from Claire B. Lane. Go ahead, Claire.
Thank you. All right, let me ask you, Josh, the kind of line between passion and kind of going over the line, like we want an aggressive driver. You're so talented. You have so much time. And then there's a cutoff to show what you got, right? Is that what led you to being so frustrated? And part of that's really good. Where's the line? When you're not used to racing a vehicle or something, that you still got to push it and get all you got and maybe kind of get into what you did,
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard. It's just hard to say. Like I said, I'm not necessarily saying that what I did was smart or I should do it again, but it was, I'm human. I make mistakes just like everybody else. And, I let the frustration of, like I said, everything. It wasn't necessarily, I think people got a little too caught up in just the fact of the wreck itself, not warranting what happened, but it was more of the opportunity missed, I guess, in a way. And like I said, we had a great car. I mean, I can't stress that enough, how good we were. And for this group to take a guy straight out of a late model car at Hickory and take him to Phoenix, I've never seen that, and run in the top 3, have one of the best cars and stand a chance to win the race is incredible. And I think that's where like I said, that's where it come. I mean, I think, the reaction from all that has been mixed. But obviously, I know that that's not something I can do. I mean, I had my talk with Wayne and the guys at NASCAR, and it was straightforward. And I've learned a lot and learned from mistakes. And as soon as we shut the hauler at Phoenix, we were ready to go to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way to be. And the other thing is, I think fans like a little bit of passion from the driver because it matters so very much. Are you and Justin Haley okay? Because I know he was frustrated with you a little bit too. Did you talk to him?
No, I haven't. I haven't built a relationship with a lot of these people yet. We got together at Vegas a little bit, and just was kind of a restart deal. He blocked a little bit, and I was just a little too close and turned him around. And I saw Chris Rice after the race, and apologized to him, but I hadn't met with Justin yet, or haven't really seen him.
Well, listen, good luck this weekend. You're moving on. You're ready to go then, right? And all that's in the rearview mirror, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
All right. Our next question is going to come from Mark Guerra with PRN. Go ahead, Mark.
Thank you. Thanks, Josh. How do you explain to people, Josh, I don't have a problem with the emotion. I'm just going to tell you straight up. I'm an old time racer, so I don't have a problem with the emotion. How do you explain to people the amount of pressure or how much pressure you're putting on yourself? This is your life. I mean, this is your life, and it's a big opportunity. Just how do you explain to people what you're feeling as far as the pressure part of it?
I feel like I don't have a tremendous amount of pressure on myself necessarily. I just want to do well. This is a big opportunity. We've got a lot of great partners that have come on board to help do this. And obviously the support of Dale and Kelly, LW Miller, everybody here at Junior Motorsports to put this program together for me. I mean, it's just big. I mean, I'm carrying a lot of weight of a lot of short track racers around that want to see me do well for them. And, that's it. I think the frustration for me is I think sometimes it's lost. As accomplished of a short track racer as I am, then you forget the gap of the ARCA cars and the trucks and all that stuff that I've missed out. The step that I'm taking, I mean, I'm learning how to do pit stops. I'm learning these restarts. I'm learning all these tracks. I have only been to, I think out of our schedule, I've only been to 2 of them, 2 or 3. I think just that experience is sometimes lost on people. I think they don't realize that. Where would Josh Berry be if he got a full season of Xfinity, or if he had a full season of trucks or something like that, just to learn the ropes of this style of racing? I think in a way, I feel like I'm kind of thrown into it. And like I said, and that's why I wanted to make it clear to you guys, like that's where, that emotion out of me come Saturday. It wasn't necessarily that the incident, I think, it was not a good move on his part, but ultimately it's a combination of all those things. And, maybe me getting that out of my system and having to answer these questions will be better for me and going forward.
Do you look at this? You have a finite amount of time to do what you need to do to hopefully expand, be able to get more races next year and things like that, or that's not even part of your thinking at all when you try to focus on these things?
No, I mean, I don't think that's necessarily part of my thinking. I'm just trying to do the best I can every week. Every week is a new experience. I mean, I can't sit here and tell you guys, other than going to Martinsville, where I won the the late model stock race there. I haven't been to any of these places. I have no expectations. I don't know what to expect until I get there. I don't have, a truck race or ARCA race there to know whether I'm going to be good or bad or whatever. Really, I can just look at what I think will fit my style, as well as Junior Motorsports' past performance of those places, and say, like I said, Phoenix was a great opportunity. They have great cars there. It's a shorter track. I think it was a recipe, and the results didn't show it, but the performance was there.
Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Our next question is going to come from Dustin Long. Go ahead, Dustin.
Thanks. Josh, obviously there are bigger concerns that you have other than this, but I want to ask you referenced the short track racers looking at you to do well. Is there what do you feel in that sense? And is it I don't know if it's responsibility. Look, bottom line is, if you do well, is it really going to change much in the avenue? Or if you don't, is it going to close it off? I don't know. But do you get that? What do you feel in terms of responsibility and what you can do to either help, or if you don't do as well, might hinder somebody else's path moving up in the future?
I don't really feel like my performance is necessarily going to affect the path of these guys. It just boils down to whether, a lot of these guys that I know that, I consider peers that I've raced with over the years, or I haven't raced with, or I followed in different series. I have a tremendous amount of respect for them guys, and even guys that I've bumped heads with over the years, so I guess in the way, I don't know if it'll necessarily affect a lot of people's careers, but I just want to do a good job because I know how tough it is to race these short tracks, and but at the same time, doing this is a lot different too. So, I don't know. I think it's just, I want to do good for a lot of reasons. It's not just that. I want to do a good job for our partners. I want to do a good job for Dale because, he believed in me. He's believed in me for years. And, just really that's what it amounts to, is we're just trying to do the best we can for a lot of reasons.
Thank you.
Okay. Our next question is going to come from Marty with RSN Trackside. Go ahead, Marty.
Thanks, Amanda. Josh, thanks for taking the time. Hope you're well. How has being the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series National Champion impacted you? And what weekly series plans do you have for 2021?
Well, it's been amazing. It's definitely whenever we accomplished that was something that I never thought we would be able to do. And just such a crazy year. Looking back on it, it was crazy for us to do, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of time up and down the roads, going to different places, but we had an incredible year, won a ton of races. And to be honest, now it feels like it's so far away. Just feels like, after everything that's happened the past month of starting this journey, that feels like it's a long way away. But, actually I'm probably going to race a late model car either at Hickory or Tri-County next weekend, the 27th. I spent yesterday working on it and getting it ready for that. So probably going to go race somewhere next week and go race with our guys and in the all things automotive late model, and see how we can do and have some fun.
I know this weekend it's your first time in Atlanta, but are there any tracks that you've been to in the past that are similar with the abrasive track surface and the extreme tire fall off?
Yeah, I think, really a lot of the places we race around here, especially in, really North Carolina and South Carolina. The Myrtle Beach Speedway is the one that comes to mind for sure. It was the tire wear there's insane, but these races are just so different. Those races literally just solely kind of depend on the tires. If you get in dirty air or something like that, like it's not really going to hinder your ability to pass like in Atlanta would an hour and a half. So it's going to be a different experience for sure. I feel like that it's going to suit some of my strengths just naturally with what I do, I hope. But, we really won't know until we drop the green flag. And really each one of our races have been kind of, you almost have to take the first stage kind of like a practice and just try to tune the car the best you can, and then hope you can get some of the track position back and race it out in the second half, kind of like we were able to do at Phoenix.
Thanks for your time, Josh. Good luck this weekend.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Our next question is going to come from Ashley McCubbin. Go ahead, Ashley.
Hey, Josh. Talked about your
Hey, Ashley, we can hear you, but it sounds a little bit muffled. Can you try again?
Sorry about that. Is that more clear?
Yes, that's a little bit better. Go ahead.
Okay. We started this off talking about the double salute. Looking back on that moment, do you have any regrets?
Did anybody make that up?
I know we're struggling a little bit to hear. If you're able to email me or text me your question, we can definitely get it asked. And while you kind of work on sound, I'm going to go to Anton with ASN Media. Go ahead, Anton.
Thanks, Amanda. Good morning, Josh. You've had 2 top tens in the first 4 races this season. Do you have a win in your side this year?
I sure hope so. Like I said, we really haven't put together a whole race yet. I feel like for different reasons. So I think it's definitely going to be difficult, but there's no reason why we can't do that. It'll take some. We'll have to have a good car. We'll have to take to the track everything. Like I said, like I've been saying, repeating over. But I know we can win. I believe in this group. They believe in me. It's really been a pleasure to work with them and get better each week. So, I think, like I said, I think our best days are ahead of us. There's a lot that I've learned and gotten better with already in the 4 races we've ran. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to getting to some different places. I think Martinsville will obviously be a great shot for us. But I don't want to put too much pressure on us thinking that that's our only place we can win, because we can win Atlanta just as easy.
Thank you. Wishing you all the best for this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I was able to get connected with Ashley and get her question. So she has a 2-part question. One is just, is there any regrets over the double finger salute? And then the second part of that question is what do you feel like you need to do to improve as a driver now with some experience under your belt?
As for there's regrets. I mean, I know that that's not something I should do. I just let the emotions get the best of me. Like I said, I went over my thought process and how I got to where I did. And, like I said, I would not do it again. I think, some people liked it, some people didn't, but ultimately for me and where I'm at, it's probably best that I don't do things like that. I just, what happened in that incident there's a time and place for that, for the move that he made, racing for 20th with 80 to go or 60 to go, whatever it was, is not a place to do that. We saw basically the same thing happen for the win with Allgaier and Cindric. And so, as for what I can do better, really it's been a number of things. Aside from the actual driving the car and the speed of the car at these bigger tracks, just restarts have been a focus of ours. The restarts are obviously more than what I'm used to. Just figuring out what lane we need to be in, the moves that we make there to gain track position versus lose it on the restarts, and then pit road. That's been a huge improvement of me over these first 4 races. Just getting better at running pit road speed, getting in and out of the box, putting the car where it needs to be for the crew, all that stuff, is just stuff I haven't done. And we're just working hard to get all that stuff right. That way, when we have a car that's as good as it was Saturday, that we can capitalize.
All right. And I just want to do, Bob Puckers, do you have a follow-up question for Josh?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. Just wanted to double check. Josh, thank you so much for joining us today, for answering all the questions. And we appreciate you spending a few extra minutes with us. And we wish you the best of luck this weekend.
We're good. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.